This is a great IM, but unfortunately for nowadays, I find this IM to be in an awkward position. So hello and welcome to Aftersound Review, and this is my review for Truthear Hola. Well, just like usual, I will break down this review from the build, fit, frequency response, sound, and comparison. The build quality is quite nice. It's using, I think it's plastic material, but it has this kind of matte texture for the inner part, and it does feels like a not cheap plastic. It feels quite good in my hand, and the cable is one of the best cable I could find at this price point, especially because of its texture. I don't know, can I show this in the video or not, but the quality of the cable itself is really good, and it's really flexible and soft to the touch. Well, this IM has a neutral-ish warm tonality. The mid-range is mostly on the neutral side, but the bass gives you that warmth, and that roll of treble gives you that definite smoothness feeling for this IM. Well, this IM, so it's more suited for a laid-back kind of music, but not really suitable for music that needs fierce energy from the treble area. Starting from the low frequency, well, this IM definitely has that elevation, and this kind of elevation gives you the bass quantity that is might suitable for pop or some EDM music. But my problem with this bass in this IM, maybe it doesn't really show in the frequency response, but the thing that I feel lacking from this IM is the texture for the impact. For impact for the bass, I always feel like I need to feel the punch is vocus is giving a punch. That's my ideal kind of bass, but this IM, when it comes to punch and impact texture, it feels like there's a pillow. There's a pillow that's covering the punch, so the bass doesn't really give you that incisive attack, making bass kind of pillowy, but not in a, it's not a weak bass. The quantity of the bass is big, but the punch is more like rather than really. But so in terms of bass texture, I don't really like that. But yeah, the quantity wise, it's good for pop or EDMs, but not fast enough for rock music. Well, mid-range might be one of the main highlight for this IM because it's really smooth and doesn't have any peaks or shoutiness for a lot of music. I find that the male and female vocal balancing is also excellent, but the thing that I feel lacking from this IM is the openness, is the energy and dynamics, especially when I hear female vocal when they scream. For example, when Taeyeon singing I, or Fine, or Kiala Settle singing This Is Me, I don't really get that. I don't really get that energy coming from this IM. Maybe it's also because of that treble rolled off here that's also limiting the energy, the breath of the vocal, the power of the upper mid-range. It somehow feels also limited. But if you're seeking for a relatively very smooth vocal that has no peaks or shoutiness, this might be for you. High frequency or treble area is simply dark. It's simply dark. It's not as dark as Qinglung though, but it's simply too dark for me. When I'm hearing cymbals, it feels like there's a cover on the cymbals, or instead of giving cymbal crash like tss, it's more like tss. There's something covering the cymbals. Also, when I'm hearing violins from Vivaldi's Four Seasons, the violin is not open, it's not biting enough. It doesn't really give that kind of fierce bite. And when I'm hearing Lindsay Stirling's music, yeah, I simply miss that kind of bite. So, in terms of its whole tonality, it's simply soft and warm, a little bit mushy, but for me, it's lacking impact, attack, and fierceness from this IM, especially when I'm hearing some rock music or classical music. It doesn't really bite enough. Because of lacking in treble region and lacking that bite, it's somehow also limiting the capabilities of its technical. I find that the resolution and detail is not really good. When you're hearing some classical or orchestral music, I feel that it feels kind of claustrophobic. It's not attacking in it, the impact is soft, so I don't really get that resolution from the note definition from the orchestra. The note feels kind of soft, simply too soft. So yeah, the resolution and detail is okay at this price point. I don't really have a lot of complaint, but it's simply lacking if I compare it with some of its competitors around $20, like the CCA Plus or the Tangzuan Er. I do feel that Tangzuan Er and CCA Plus has a little bit better note definition and impact, and also the soundstage. The soundstage, it feels more like small ball. It does feels a little bit three-dimensional, but yeah, it's not really special. When it comes to direct comparison, this is why I tell you that this IM is in an awkward position. The thing is, like I said, this IM has a soft, mellow kind of presentation for the overall tonality and doesn't have a lot of impacts and attack. I don't really know what kind of genres suit this IM, because the thing is, if I want a bassy kind of music, I like EDMs, I will use my KKZ HBB. It has more bass impact, even better bass punch. Yeah, I know it's a little bit blue on the blooming side, but the treble is more open, at least in the KKZ HBB. So I prefer the EDMs on the KKZ HBB. And when I want something to bring with a lot of genre that I consider to be the most all-rounder, I will pick the Tangzuan Er. It has good bass attack, the forward mid-range is also nice, the treble is not really as smooth as this too. It has better note definition and attack. So I definitely prefer the Tangzuan Er for all-rounder IM for this price point. If I want something that has more bite, that has more fierceness, a bit more V-shape, but more suitable for orchestral or classical kind of music, at this price point, I will choose the CCA Plus. It has the best treble extension. I know it's a little bit on the rough side. It's not really smooth and natural either. But yeah, at this price point, I still will pick the CCA Plus. So, what kind of genre can I recommend you with this Truthear Hola? Honestly, I don't know, because it just feels in an awkward position. I don't know what kind of genre that makes this IM stands amongst the rest. So that's all I could say about this IM. This is a good IM, that's for sure, but it's an awkward position. I don't know what kind of genre that makes this IM special. So that's all I could say about this IM. This is my final rank for its tonal and its technical, and this is my final score. And just like usual, this score could be changed because of advancement of technology and also changing my benchmark. Okay, that's all I could say about this IM. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.